Do you ever feel like it's too late to chase your dream, that you've been left behind, that all the goals you set for yourself and all the things that you wanted to accomplish have come to naught because maybe you're like me, you're a woman over 30, a woman over 40, maybe you're over 50. But I want to tell you today that it is not too late. I dare you to do something that you probably haven't thought to do, and that is to dream big. One thing that I have shared with you about me is that I am a person of faith. I am a firm believer in trusting and believing in a higher power. And my higher power has told me that if I dream big, if I believe it, I can have it. Today, we're going to talk about the importance of being able to dream big. So stick around to the end. This is I dare you to dream big, is because as women, a lot of times we put our dreams, we put our hopes, we put the things we want to the side, or we put them off until later because we feel like that our family is more important. Other people have taken precedence over the things that we want. If you're like me, sometimes you feel guilty because you want to pursue the dreams or goals that you have for yourself, and instead of thinking about the things in which your family wants, maybe it's your spouse, maybe it's your children, maybe it's your job, maybe it's your church, who knows what it is, but you have put yourself on the back burner. But I want to talk to us today and let you know that it is okay to dream. And don't just dream small. When you dream small, you are limiting your potential. But we haven't been told to limit our potential. We are powerful beyond all measure. We can do far and above what we think. I want you to know that it's not too late. It's not too late to accomplish your goals. It's not too late to accomplish your dreams. You can have the things in which you want. Now is the ideal time. Like I said earlier, if you're like me and you're a woman of a certain age, then don't feel like, hey, I have missed the boat. It's not too late. It is not too late. Goal setting for women our age is doable. You can accomplish everything that you need to accomplish. One of the ways we're going to do that is by connecting with our core values. That means revisiting the things that are important to us. When you stop and ask yourself, what do I want? What do I want? There used to be a joke going around here where it would say, I guess a reel or something that was trending is, what do you want? What do you want? You have to know, first of all, what it is you want. You have to know what you would like to accomplish. I got this from a lady that talked about one of the most important things she asked her clients was, what would you have? You could have your dream life. You could have anything in the world that you want. What is that one thing, or what are those things that you would like to have? Once you stop, take a moment and think about the life in which you want, then you can focus on how you want to get there. You don't have to just sit here and wait till 5 years pass, 10 years pass. So I figure out the plans to get the money. How am I going to do this? That's not it. Dare to dream. Once you shift in your mind and allow yourself to think about the possibility of having more than what you have, you believe that it is possible, then you are going to accomplish. You can begin to journal about it. You can begin to sit down, even if you just take a few moments and reflect on it and ask yourself, what makes me excited? What impact do I want to make on the world? What are the things that I want to come into being? And you can begin to work towards those things. You have to also be able to identify what things are keeping you from having your goal, from reaching your dreams. What mental blocks do you have? What things do you have in your mind to say, I'm too old. My time has passed. Why should I do this? Why should I have it? Do I deserve it? What will people think? And instead of thinking those thoughts, what you're going to do is replace those negative thoughts with positive thoughts. You're going to begin to think about how you are worthy. You are worthy of your dreams. You are worthy of having each and everything in which you ask for, and you can accomplish. You can begin to say those positive affirmations. You begin to quote those words, those scriptures, if you're a person of faith like I am. And you can begin to focus on you, because you can have what you want. You can become the person that has his or her dream. You can become the version of yourself that has just what she wants. You can say, I am just starting. I'm just beginning. I don't care what people say. It doesn't matter what people think. All that matters is what you think. And if you hold on to that, then you'll be able to reach your dream. Now, we're going to talk about some steps in which we can take in order to help us get further and further towards our goal. Now that we've identified our why, what it is we want, what our dream is, we've identified our limiting belief. Now we're going to talk about the steps in which we can take to move towards reaching our dream that we have. We are going to start off first by setting real, actionable steps. We are going to break our goals and dreams down into steps in which we can accomplish, and they call these SMART, S-M-A-R-T steps. And that means our goals are specific, they are measurable, they're achievable, they're relevant, and they're time-based. And we're going to monitor these steps in which we are doing. So as we are working towards our goal, as we are working towards accomplishing the things in which we want, then we are going to be checking them off our little checklist, or we're going to be checking them off our vision board, or we're going to be doing something to identify that we have accomplished a step towards reaching that big goal or that big dream that we have. And as we are working towards that, then we are celebrating those wins. Hey, you have to celebrate your wins. You have to celebrate each step that you get closer and closer into your dream. As we're dreaming big, we are identifying our steps. We are talking about accomplishing those goals. We're going to put systems in place also to help us reach our goal. I'm always talking about systems. There has to be a set way of doing things, a way in which we are accomplishing it. And we know success equals, this is the formula for success. Success is built off of consistency, and it's built off of alignment. And as we build small daily habits that help us reach our goal, then we are going to see something magnificent happen. We're going to be consistent. What does consistency means? It means we're going to get up and do what we have to do to accomplish our goal, whether we feel like it or we don't feel like it. And I know for myself, there are days when I don't feel like it. And we're going to work towards getting that done. So that's why it's important to have systems in place. If you follow my channel, you know that for the last couple of weeks, I've not been here, but that's because I've had a lot going on. And that falls back into having systems, having things in place to help you get done what you need to get done. We have to have systems. We have to be consistent. We have to form those daily habits. If we are going to accomplish our dream, the first thing we have to ask ourselves is, what would that version of me be like that had exactly what I'm asking for? How would she think? What would she be doing? And whatever it is she would think and do, then we're going to be doing that. We're going to make it a habit to do those things. A successful woman, it means getting up at 4 o'clock and working on our plan. Then we're going to begin to get up every morning at 4 o'clock, and we're going to continue to work on that plan. That is our system. And we're going to do it consistently. If it means working on our goals for the week every Sunday night, then every Sunday night, we're going to be working on those goals. And we're going to keep doing it and doing it and doing it until it becomes muscle memory. And I love talking about this video that I watched. It was talking about Steph Curry. And Steph Curry made this shot. I can't remember what game it was. I love basketball, but I'm not that deep. And so he shot it with his eyes closed. And it was like, wow, he made that shot and his eyes were closed. The whole point of that was that he had built up muscle memory. He could do the shot from memory because that wasn't the first time he made that shot. Everybody was like, wow, he made the shot and his eyes were closed, But it wasn't just his eyes were closed. He had built up muscle memory. He had made that shot over and over and over again before he ever got to the big game. So it had started in practice, and it's the same way with us. We can't wait till we have the millions in order to start doing the things that millionaires do. We can't wait till we have the business to start doing the things that entrepreneurs do. We have to go ahead and set those systems in place now. We have to be doing it in practice. As I tell some clients that I work with often, you can't wait till they get here and then all of a sudden decide to do it. You have to do it all along. It has to be from muscle memory. And so we want to begin to create those systems. We want to create that muscle memory to help us get to where we are going. And we have to put away those old mindsets. When I talked earlier about how we were getting rid of those limits and beliefs, how we were dealing with those blocks, We have to address those beliefs that we have that we're not worthy, that we're not able to do it. Yes, you are able to do it. Yes, you are. You can accomplish anything you want to accomplish. You have to get you ready. And so when I ask myself, what does my billionaire self do? What does my millionaire, billionaire, trillionaire self do? Then I have to form that mindset of her. What would she be doing today? Where would she be? What would she be talking about? What would she be eating? We have to form good habits now as we work towards our goals. We're setting those systems in place. We're consistently doing what we need to do, and everything is falling into alignment. So if you need to get a planner, if you need to get a habit tracker, if you need to get an accountability buddy, then that's just what you are going to do to help you accomplish that big dream that you have. And when you talk about accountability buddies, I have an accountability partner, and I love her to death. She's the best thing that happened to me. She helps hold me accountable when I'm not doing the things that I need to be doing. So I call, she said, are you supposed to be doing that? And I'm like, well, I guess not. So then she'll help check me. And sometimes we need that person to help check us. And we want to make sure that we are surrounding ourselves with accountability people, accountability buddies, but we also want to be surrounding ourselves with positive people. We want to eliminate those people from our lives that are not helping us, that are talking negative to us, that are talking to us in ways in which don't align with who we are. When I say, I'm talking about the person that has that accomplished their goal, who has that big dream. We want to eliminate all toxic or negative influences. We want to find ourselves some mentors. We want to hire that coach. When I say hire that coach, I mean, if you need a coach, if you need to take a class, pay the money. As I always say about legal issues, when people are trying to take the shortcut, they're trying to go find a way out where they have to pay the money, I say, your best bet gonna be to pay the money. If you want good service, if you want reliability, if you want to come out of this smelling like a rose, then you will pay the money. Invest in yourself. Take the time to invest in you. Spend that money on you because you deserve it. That's one of the things I want you to consider doing as you are building your goal, as you're dreaming big, as you're becoming the things that you want to be. I talked about this. I mentioned it briefly, but I'm going to tell you again. So I'm going to say it like this. You have to visualize yourself successful, visualize yourself having just what it is that you are dreaming about or that you are wanting, and accomplish that big dream, accomplish that big goal. Think about what it feels like to be successful, what it feels like to have the thing in which you're asking for. As you visualize that, then you can embody that person that has just what you're asking for. So when it comes, it's not a surprise. I also end with this. When we are having dreams and we're setting goals, make sure that you put these dreams and goals somewhere where you can see them, where they're ever before your eyes, so you don't forget what those goals and dreams are, so that you can go ahead and accomplish the things in which you need to accomplish. Put it on your refrigerator. Put it on your vision board. I don't care where you put it. You can put it on the visor in your car. Put it in front of your dashboard, wherever you put it. Have that little something that's going to remind you of what your dream is, what your goal is, and remind you to work towards it. And that way you can stay focused. And so this was the One Shields with Hey Sister by two cute sisters today, talking to you about the importance of dreaming big and becoming the person which you want and need to be. I thank you guys so much for listening, and I'll see you in the next podcast.